Okay, you're already aware on some level, if you think back to your prior situations, relationships, and everything that went on with the narcissist. What was one of the things that made it draining for you? Well, one of the things that drains you is you're always the one in a controlling position, making the plans, paying the cost, making things happen, doing the repairs, filling out the paperwork, whatever it is that's a time consuming job or something that can drain you, that puts you always in the responsibility position with the narcissist, right? So going forward, we're aware of these things. Okay, so when you just meet someone and they're texting you, what do you have planned for us to do on that day? The key word is you. You cannot get too deep in these situations. You, they mean what they say. What do you have planned? Now, you means, what do you have planned? The next thing they'll be saying is, what are you going to be paying for? Okay. What are you willing to give up to them? Okay. So remember, it's a difference between we and a team and a you. And it's a difference between you and an I. So if someone says, what would you like me to plan for us? What do you like to do? That's different than what do you have planned for us? That means immediately this is what they're saying. And I don't know how much y'all believe in gender specific roles when it comes to a man and woman being together, right? The man in the traditional way was the provider, and the woman was the one that took care of the home. And of course, we live in different times. Both the man and woman work. However, the traditional roles just gives us a guide. Okay, that's all. I mean, don't ever give up on the guide. It's just like some people still keep real maps, right? Yeah, we have GPSs. That's fine to have a GPS. But many people will still carry a real map with them. Okay, and what that does is, say you're out driving and the GPS doesn't work, you still have your map. That's all. So traditional roles just give you a map. So especially for women and men, when we get out of those positions, then here comes the narcissism. Okay, so for me as a woman, if I get a text and the gentleman says, well, what do you have planned for us? It's a red flag. Okay, he's immediately put me in charge. Okay, do I want to be in charge? No, because I'm traditional. Do I want to be in charge of everything? No, because I'm not a man. I'm a lady. So the thing is, some women may not admit it, but they want to be a man. I don't. Okay? I never desired to be one. If there's some yard work that needs to be done, and we need to take this tree stump out the ground, I don't have the muscles to fulfill that activity. I just don't. I wasn't built to fulfill that. The Lord didn't make my body that way. However, some men may be able to handle that. So I'm just giving examples. I mean, men build bridges. Men put concrete down. I don't. These are things that I just cannot do. Usually men fight wars. Okay, so yes, I believe in working. I like my own money. Like I said, the traditional thing is a map. So when someone begins to say, especially when they're a man, what do you have planned? What are you gonna do for me? Which mountain are you gonna jump off of tomorrow? What food do you have ready for me and my entire family, and I'm not even your husband? Which baseball are you going to hit? So Early red flags. Pay attention to the you. If we want to use the traditional values as a basis and you want to come into the 2022, then okay, let's have a we. What we got planned. What we gonna do. So that puts some responsibility of the relationship and the outing on both parts. And another thing, ex-players, whether they be female or male, usually players, whether they are female or male, they have some narcissistic tendencies. So if a man tells you he was a player, or a woman tells you they were a player, remember this. That's part of their makeup, okay? Remember, that's a narcissistic manipulation style. Players are manipulative. Players, whichever way you want to say it, that's culturally best for you. They're manipulators. So with this you, what do you want to do? This person may say they used to be a player. Okay. Many people, they think playing is just all about cheating. No, it's much more. Being a player involves having the other person do all the work, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. It's about being a taker. Okay, so when they tell you their background, remember that's ingrained in them, okay? So those are narcissists, okay? At a minimum, they're narcissistic, okay? They're takers. Players, they can give temporarily to get what they want. But just in general, a player is a taker, okay? So these are some things that may coincide, when they tell you, don't downgrade people. If someone says that they used to be that way, a lot of times they'll say that. And a lot of times these people are middle-aged to older, and many of them will be single. This is why. The people they were with got tired of them and saw that there was no real benefit in being with the player, especially a player that's not Bill Gates, okay? So, and I'm not trying to downgrade Bill Gates' situation, but even they ended up divorced. I mean, Bill Gates supposedly was taking trips with his best friend or whomever she was or whatever. I don't get into their business, but I'm just using someone that is a billionaire, okay? So would I want to be in that situation just to end up getting billions and billions of dollars? No, I don't want to be with a player either way. However, being with a broke player, it's nothing in it for you. Okay, it's just not much in it if you weren't with Bill Gates. And from what Melinda Gates says, it was crap for her too. At some point I could see on some of her videos that she wasn't very happy even before the divorce. But I'm just using an example, nothing against Bill and Melinda Gates. I respect them and all that they've done. I appreciate what they've brought to the West Coast. I never disliked either one of them. I always admired both of their efforts and hard work. And I have a lot of respect for Bill Gates and Melinda Gates. And I wish that they could have stayed married. I do. They were married a long time. They both put in their efforts and it just didn't work. However, these other players are not Melinda Gates and Bill Gates. So there's no real reward except for the little toy boat. Okay, the little Dollar Tree toy boat that's going to be floating around one of the bathtubs, okay? That's all you got coming. That's $1, right? So there's no value in it. Regardless, even if you're a billionaire, there's no spiritual value in it. nobody's gonna be extra happy knowing that their wife or husband is taking vacations with their side chick or man. Okay, so just keep that in mind and pay attention to the word you. You've already been with narcissists, and if you're with one and this is your first time, when they're talking about what you got planned, big red flag. You're already getting ready to be worked for free, and you're already entering into a situation with the taker. Now, okay, you may want the company. Learn that this is how this person is. Some people are highly narcissistic, which means they're not high enough on the spectrum to actually be diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. They're just narcissistic. So with those kind of people, set clear boundaries right up front. Let them know that we plan where we're going to go. I like the we word. When we go out, you pay for your things, I'll pay for mine, because you're dealing with a taker. So what you don't want a taker to feel is that you owe them anything, because it goes like this, okay? He or she pays for your $25 meal. Then they call you within a week or two and they want you to pay their $2,000 mortgage. And then they're going to say to you, as crazy as it may sound, they're going to say to you, you can't pay my mortgage? Well, baby, I just took you and bought that $25 food for you, baby. What you mean? You can't pay my mortgage? Oh, no, you selfish. Bought you all that good food. Paid a whole $25 on you. See, stuff like that. That's what you're getting yourself into. So I'm just teaching you, we live in a world where a lot of people are suffering from a lot of loneliness. You may want to hang out with people or whatever, but just have those boundaries. And that will only work if they're narcissistic, not if they actually could be diagnosed or have been diagnosed with NPD. And it also won't work if they're a sociopath that's not in therapy. Okay, so it just won't work. Okay, so these are things that I'm dealing with as I go on my journey and I meet new friends and associates. Because remember, as narcissists leave your life, family members, boyfriends and girlfriends, you're going to meet new people. Okay, and I'm in this park all alone, y'all. All alone. It just feels so good. I mean, I tried to come over in the park area, and the reason I did that, y'all, is so you would not have to hear the cars driving by and the noise. I mean, you may hear some birds chirping or something like that. I heard a lot of that earlier, but that's what I tried to do. So anyway, I hope this helps. So again, to reiterate, that word, what are you going to do when it comes to a planning situation, puts all of the balls in your court, puts you in a controlling position, and that is your problem. You want to be in control. Stop being so much in control. Okay? You're too controlling, so you think that that's a sign of respect. You think when someone says, what do you want to do? You think that they're showing empathy and kindness. No, they're making you work for free. That's what's happening. So anyway, please like, share, and subscribe. I love y'all so much. And please share this video. And I look forward to doing more videos. I'm enjoying this. I'm keeping the 17 pounds off, and you do the same. I want you to start walking and listening to the videos at Advanced Insight. Again, thank you. Bye.